Pompeii, the city frozen in time. On the morning of August 24th, 79 AD, the people of Pompeii woke up like any other day. Bakers put bread in their ovens. Merchants opened their shops. Children ran through the streets. And nobody, not one single person, looked up at the mountain looming over their city and thought, today is the day. Some cities are abandoned, some are destroyed, and some never truly disappear. This is unblocked empire. By sunset, 20,000 people were dead, and their city, their streets, their homes, their food, their art, their graffiti on the walls, even their bodies, was buried under 6 meters of ash and volcanic rock. Preserved. For 1,700 years, Pompeii is not just an archaeological site. It is a photograph, a snapshot of a single day in the Roman Empire, frozen mid-breath and handed to us across 2,000 years. And what it shows us about how people lived, loved, worked, and died is unlike anything else we have ever found. Let's get into it. Part 1. The city before the mountain. What Pompeii actually was. Before we talk about the eruption, we need to talk about the city. Because most people picture Pompeii as a quiet provincial town. It wasn't. Pompeii was a thriving, noisy, crowded commercial hub on the Bay of Naples, one of the most important trade routes in the Roman world. It had a forum, an amphitheater that could seat 20,000, multiple bathhouses, dozens of fast food counters called thermopolia, with stone counters and built-in pots, still containing traces of food when excavators found them. It had a red light district, elected officials, sophisticated water infrastructure, and graffiti everywhere. Restituta, take off your tunic, please. Secundus says hello to his friends. The one who bugles is a fool. These weren't ruins when they were written. They were the social media of the Roman world. And they tell us something no emperor's biography ever could. What ordinary life actually felt like. Part 2. The day. What Vesuvius did in 24 hours. The eruption of Vesuvius in 79 AD was not a slow disaster. It was fast, overwhelming, and barely survivable even if you ran immediately. The mountain had been rumbling for days. There had been earthquakes, but earthquakes were common in this part of Italy. Nobody left. At around 1 p.m. on August 24th, Vesuvius exploded. A column of ash and gas shot 33 kilometers into the sky. For hours, ash rained down on Pompeii like a dark, choking snow. Buildings began to collapse under the weight. Some people fled immediately. Others sheltered indoors, believing that staying put was safer. Then, in the early hours of August 25th, the column collapsed. A pyroclastic surge, a wave of superheated gas and ash, moving at 300 kilometers per hour, hit Pompeii. The temperature at the wave's leading edge was estimated at 300 degrees Celsius. Death was instantaneous, not from suffocation, not from burns, from the heat alone, which caused muscles to contract violently in what is called the pugilistic posture. Fists raised, body curled, the position in which so many of Pompeii's dead were found. Part 3. The Buried Lives, What the Ash Preserved. Here is where Pompeii stops being a disaster story and becomes something else entirely. The ash that killed everyone also preserved everything perfectly. Loaves of bread found in bakery ovens, still in the shape they were baking when the eruption hit. A bowl of eggs, walnuts, figures, garum, the fermented fish sauce Romans put on everything, still in its jars. Frescoes painted in private homes nobody was ever meant to see. Vivid reds, blues, and yellows. Perfectly intact. The most haunting discovery came in the 1860s when archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli realized the ash had hardened around the bodies of the dead, creating hollow voids in the exact shape of a human being. He began injecting plaster into those voids, and the people of Pompeii came back. A man curled on his side, face buried in his arms. A dog chained to a post, writhing in its final moments. A family of 4, huddled together in a back room, the smallest child, still held in the arms of the adult beside her. Not ruins, people. Part 4. The excavations, what we're still finding. Pompeii has been excavated since 1748. That is nearly 300 years of digging. And we have not finished. About a third of the city remains unexcavated. In 2019, excavators uncovered a thermopolium, a Roman fast food counter with the remains of food, still visible in the serving pots. Duck, pork, fish, snails. The menu of a working-class Roman lunch counter, preserved in ash for 2,000 years. In 2021, a ceremonial chariot was found, perfectly intact, outside a villa near Pompeii. The most complete Roman chariot ever discovered. In 2023, excavators found the remains of 2 men in a sealed room, one older, one younger, with fragments of cloth still visible around their bodies. They appear to have died while hiding, waiting for it to be over. Every year, Pompeii gives something new. Every year, the ash releases one more secret it has held for 2 millennia. Part 5. Pompeii today, a city being saved and studied. Today, Pompeii draws over 4 million visitors a year. UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world. But for decades, it was also in crisis. Poorly managed tourism, inadequate conservation, and sheer neglect had left large sections of the site crumbling. The House of the Gladiators, one of the most famous buildings in the complex, partially collapsed in 2010, prompting international outrage. In 2012, the Great Pompeii Project was launched with European Union funding. New drainage, restored frescoes, stabilized buildings, and crucially, a shift in how the site is approached. Less rushed excavation, more careful, methodical science. CT scans of the plaster casts have revealed bone structures, dental conditions, even the last meals of the people inside. D.N. Analysis is rewriting what we know about who actually lived in Pompeii. It turns out the city was far more diverse, ethnically, socially, economically, than the textbooks ever suggested. Pompeii is no longer just a ruin. It is a laboratory, the most detailed window into ordinary Roman life that we have ever had. And it is still opening. Outro. So that's Pompeii. Not just a disaster, a city full of people who baked bread, wrote on walls, fell in love, ate fast food, and had no idea that the mountain behind them was about to preserve their entire world for 2,000 years. They didn't get to choose how they'd be remembered, but they are remembered, every single one of them, still there, under the ash, waiting to be found.